I'm Kendra, and today I'm going to teach you how to properly apply your foundation. But before I get into that, I just wanted to mention that it's very important to find the correct foundation color in order to get that really flawless look to your skin. So I always recommend either going to a Sephora or an Ulta or seeing some type of makeup professional that can match you and is under the correct lighting so that you don't look like either of these two options. So if your skin looks like it should be on the first Twilight film where they made the face white and the neck not white, they didn't blend it in, it's time to get a new color. Your face should definitely never be lighter than your neck. That's a no-no. Switch it up. Also, if your face looks like it got a spray tan and the rest of your body didn't, it's time to switch it up. You see, you should never have a line right here. See how my face is orange? Orange and cakey? That's not a pretty look. Now, if your face is orange and your neck is like butt white, even if you take your foundation brush and blend it into your neck, it's still gonna look not good because you may avoid the line right here, but now you have a line that's right here. And unless you want to take your foundation brush and just, make it go all the way down to your cleavage, it's just not a good look. So time to switch it up. Find a new color. So once you've figured out what shade to use for your foundation, you want to go ahead and moisturize your skin. And I use the Obagi C exfoliating day lotion. It's just my go-to moisturizer. Of course, if you read my blog, you'll see that I have a lot of other moisturizers that I try out as well, but this is the one that's just kind of like my go-to. Next, you want to color correct, and I'm gonna get really close and show you my dirty secrets. Okay, so that looks pretty. And then I have all this red broken capillaries and a nice brown spot, which I'm not like super worried about, but I'm just showing you this because I want you to see that my skin is not perfect, although after makeup it should be, but I'm gonna try and conceal those. So I have the Kogendo makeup color base in green, and this just helps to cut out any red, so I'm just gonna use a little bit. That's how much I have. I'm going to use my concealing brush, and I'm just going to put that on areas that bother me. So that's just meant to cut out some of the red so that you don't have any of it left. Okay, now for the foundation. So I have my Makeup Forever High Def Foundation, and this is color 120. And I really like this foundation because it really does look flawless on the skin, and it's not too cakey, and it's not too cakey, but it also allows for some pretty good coverage. So I'm just gonna use a pump. So a pump size gives you that much. Okay, so take your pump of foundation, your foundation brush, and I always like to start by the nasal labia. I always like to start by the nasal labial folds, which is right here, and that sounds like a really weird, kind of questionable word, but it's not, it's right here. So I'm gonna look in the camera screen so I can show you what I'm doing. So I'm not like ignoring you, I'm just not looking at the camera. So start right here, and I'm gonna start doing crisscross motions out. And I just dipped a little bit into my brush. I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit better. And I'm just doing these nice crisscross motions back, all the way till I hit the edge of my face. And I'm just gonna go back and do the same, sweep under my eyes, and just do crisscross motions. This just helps create a nice airbrushed look. Okay, so you can see the difference from side to side. This does not have any foundation and this does. So let me show you again on the other side of the face what this looks like. Start doing these X motions out, and at first it looks like a lot, but I'm not really using a lot of foundation either. And I'm just spreading this all over to the side of the outer edge of the face. And I'm going to crisscross it down on my chin. And then attack your forehead. I like to start in the middle of my forehead and do these X motions back and forth. Again, crisscrossing down to the middle of my brow. By the way, this is a birthmark. I don't know what happened, but I have a red birthmark right here. When I'm ticked off, it's like Rudolph. It gets really bright. I'm not kidding. So one pump of this foundation is really good. You really don't need a lot. This gave me about like a pea size amount, and that's really all you should be using for your face. If you have too much, it just looks too cakey, and it literally looks like you maybe might not have exfoliated your skin in like 10 years or something. So we want to just avoid that altogether. I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to go over any area that might need some extra help. And the reason why I do the concealer last is because I don't know how much my foundation is going to cover. We want to use as little concealer as possible. So I'll start with underneath my eyes. By the way, that was the Derma Blend concealer in beige. The Quick Fix Derma Blend in beige. And I just used a little tiny bit, and I'm going to start at the inside corner. This is where you tend to get more pigment. So if you look from eye to eye, this is where you tend to get more pigment as far as discoloration, and then not as much on the outside edges. So I always start my concealer just right on the edge a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And then you can always add more, but we don't want to put too much, because if you have any fine lines and wrinkles around just the outside of the eye, putting too much concealer on there is just going to aggravate that look. Now for the chin. To make your foundation look even a little bit more natural, this is called the Beauty Blender, and this is every makeup artist's best friend. So you just take it and you roll over your foundation, and it just presses it into the skin. So to recap, in slow motion, you have your foundation brush. You do X's all across the face, starting from the nasolabial folds, going outwards towards the ear line. On the forehead, you start in the middle of the forehead, do X's, and you blend up and you blend down. And that's all you have to do. Have a wonderful day, and come visit me at citizensofbeauty.com. Catch you later. Bye.